So, hello there. I'm here with Daniel Palmer, who is the practice manager for Restorative Solutions London, and we're just going to have a few words with you about a bit about your background and also what you're doing now. Because I understand your background is from the youth movement. You initially got involved in charities or helping young people.
That was the start of my journey, I suppose, into public services. I left university and I got involved in quite a lot of youth work, some mentoring and starting up some football programs and so on. Mm-hmm. That was my first experience of referral order panels. So it was with a restorative slant, and so I became aware of restorative justice around that time.
And when was that?
That was probably about 2004, 2005.
So not that long ago, about 10 years ago.
A long time for me. But,
I mean, in terms of restorative justice.
Yeah.
You also went and did some work in the probation service in different places lately in London. Can you tell me how you see RJ fitting in the probation ethos or that sort of organisation as well?
Well, I think they've recognised it as not just a trend. It's come into the probation sphere, from what I understand, every now and then, so every decade, every 20 years. But a lot of good work has been done by various people across the country to make sure that it's part of every practitioner's toolkit, and it's I think it gives a lot of offender managers, if they're still called offender managers, it's an extra important tool in their toolkit of rehabilitation work, and sometimes it's quite difficult for a practitioner to try and bring the victim into the room, so to speak. So restorative justice essentially does that.
So in terms of the victim here, you're referring to the actual victim, or you're talking about...
Well, I mean, my background was as an offender manager in probation, and we used to use various kind of victim awareness programs, and it's quite often sitting with the perpetrator in the room. The victim is literally a name on a piece of paper. Sometimes you don't even have the name. So you're trying to kind of bring the victim into the room in this kind of abstract way by going through worksheets and so on. But restorative justice, and by restorative justice, I'm not necessarily mean exactly face-to-face meetings, but with that, stronger communication, stronger relationship with the victim, you're able to make it a lot more real. And I think that generally kind of helps in, for the victim and for the offender.
That's the rehabilitation of the offender.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. You also got into, you're a trained practitioner, you have been for some time now, and you're specialised in high-risk conflict management. Yeah,
well, so in the changing world of probation over the last couple of years, the Restorative Justice Unit became involved. Well, it was the Restorative Justice gangs and young people. And tried to kind of involve all three work streams together. And again, it's with probation trying to make sure that they're working with a restorative trend throughout all of their work streams. So I was trained as high-risk conflict management, which was more mediation in relation to gangs as well. And I had a couple of high-risk cases in restorative justice at the same time. So it kind of, it added a few strings to my bow.
Okay. And right now you're a practice manager, as I said, for Restorative Solutions here in London. Can you tell us a bit about what you do there and what are the aspirations there? Because I understand that you're working with the British Transport Police.
That's right. So the Restorative Solutions London managed to establish a relationship with British Transport Police, which is 2 years, potentially leading on to 3. And so that's a lot of our main bread and butter work at the moment. We're working with Lance Sinclair, who's responsible for leading out community resolutions and raising awareness for restorative justice. So it's about changing the language within the force. And we're on call for British Transport Police for now you'll love this acronym, called WACOs, the Witness and Case Officers. And they're people who are in contact with victims right up until someone's sentenced. And it again gives them an extra, using string to their bow, in order to offer victims more of a well-rounded service, because they're a victim's main point of contact, and they'll have a lot of questions, and sometimes the WACOs won't be able to answer them. So they're then able to refer them on to us, and we can hopefully help the victim there. So that's been our, as I said, our main bread and butter work in Restorative Solutions London for the moment. But we've also looked at a lot of different areas, and we've started working with a lot of sports associations as well.
Is that to reach out to young people, for example?
That's right. So a lot of sports associations across London, so a lot of football teams have a foundation side to their club, and that is looking at social inclusion within the surrounding boroughs, and that's working with young people who are at risk of entering into a life of crime, or who may be already into a criminal lifestyle. So we're looking to raise awareness to these young people in restorative justice, and again get them familiar with restorative language. So with Millwall, for example, we're working as part of a 10-week programme, and we will see a group of young people weekly for 10 weeks, and very much looking forward to that. With Charlton, we're looking to we're assisting mentors, so we're training up mentors in restorative approaches and getting them familiar again with the restorative language, and that again embeds a restorative approach throughout the whole organisation. So yeah, and the sports associations is really kicking off.
So this is the way it's a full circle for you, because you started that way in
it is, and it fits in a lot of my passions, because I'm a big football fan as well. So it's great.
What's the
Arsenal. We haven't got started to work with Arsenal yet, but yeah, that's on the cards. But again, what's been great with that, it overlaps a lot of the work that we do. So with the work with British Transport Police, the work with the football clubs, and I'm also have a personal interest in the use of restorative justice with hate crime, and we're looking to work with faith groups as well, and to assist in the kind of encouraging reporting of hate crime, and to offer further support for victims of hate crime,
so
more confidence.
Lots of possibilities there.
Well, yeah, so I can go on for ages about this, but just specifically, there's a lot of football-related antisocial behaviour on trains, and so it often tends to be hate crime as well. And so we're looking to kind of bring all those strands together again, and hopefully offer a victim a fuller service.
That's good. That's all very interesting stuff. I hope that we have the opportunity again to meet at some point soon, and you can tell us about progress in those areas: hate crime, youth, and youth clubs and football clubs and things like that. And obviously British Transport Police as well. How that's going. So thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you. Yeah, well, within 6 months we might have a lot more to talk about as well.
Get back to you then. Thank you.